All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. So watched some things.
Yeah.
Some good stuff was happening in the television world.
Yeah.
I felt like, Taylor Swift's documentary was, the first 2 episodes were released. Watched that on Friday. I thought it was decent. I thought it was pretty good.
I loved it.
I wasn't totally blown away by anything in particular, but I thought it was entertaining enough.
I loved it. I think it was a fantastic. I was crying like half the episodes. I mean, I feel like, I think, not to say you didn't experience the Eras tour, but I think from someone who went to the Eras tour, it's a different, like watching it back, you're like, it took me back to being there, where I was like, that was just it was such an incredible time, and the concert was just so amazing that it just was like reliving it all over again.
No, it's not that I did not like it.
No, I know what you're saying.
I just wasn't blown away by the first 2 episodes, although it was very emotional.
Yeah.
The first episode talking about
it's heavy.
The
plotted terrorist attack in Vienna, and then the poor children that were killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And seeing that side of Taylor where you were dealing with this, and then you have to get on stage, you have to put it all aside. It can be very heavy on the artist. You want to entertain, and
she puts a lot on her shoulders, and you can tell she's like, I know it's my job to get out there, and I have to put on the best show of my life, no matter what state I am in mentally.
And she does, and
she does.
She crushes it. She gets out there and she crushes it, while also showing so much compassion for these people, which is really amazing. I guess I don't know really what I was expecting and why I wasn't blown away. But I guess it's all, I feel like we see so much already from behind this, like from the Eras tour,
I felt like we saw so much more than,
I guess.
It's I don't know. Everything I always feel like we get from Taylor Swift on like while this stuff is happening is very like surface level, not behind the scenes. This is a behind the scenes that I don't think we get a lot of from her. Not since she's really done Miss Americana, which has been it's been a while since we've gotten like a vulnerable look into her life like this.
Yeah. I love what she said about the dancers, how she said, like artists are particular about what they want to see on stage, the looks of dancers, but she wants her dancers to represent everybody and to be able to look up there and be like, oh, that's me up there, or which I thought is really, really cool and a great outlook. And so these dancers are so amazing, and they put so much hard work. I think maybe that's the part I found the most interesting was the dancers.
Yeah, I love that they gave different, they're spotlighting a lot of the dancers, which I thought was a really cool aspect to it too, of where obviously a ton of this is about Taylor, but it is also about the Eras tour, and the dancers were such an important part of that you got to see like more of the behind the scenes of their story, which was really interesting.
It's very interesting. I really loved learning about the dancers and loved that outlook on it. And Mandy Moore, who is such an iconic choreographer, and her being a part of it. I think I was more so just like the timeline of it all, where I think I was expecting it to go more in like a chronological order, but it kind of felt like it was a little jumbled because
you are not quite sure where you're at.
Episode,
it's the last show.
And then she's on the phone with Travis, but you're like, when the Eras tour started was when she broke up with Joe, right? And I know that was probably never going to be included, but I didn't think we would get right away her and Travis, which I mean, love seeing behind. It's so cute. We'll take all the Travis and Taylor content, but I think just like chronologically, I was a little bit confused by it because I'm like, oh well, this is
that's true.
This is not the start of the Eras tour.
Yeah, but I don't think they started filming for the documentary until the Europe leg.
Yeah,
like I don't think they were filming that early on with the mindset of like, we're going to make a documentary. So I just don't, I mean, I'm sure they have plenty of footage, but I don't think I think they started filming, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they started filming like around the European leg, which is why it's kind of like you're jumping in and around and then, but you're right. It is definitely, there were certain parts too where I was like, wait, what show are we at? Like where, because it was like, we're talking about the Europe tour, but then we're back, and then they're talking about the time in between when they were adding Tortured Poets, and then like it sort of jumped around for sure.
That was cool learning about the Tortured Poets set being thrown in there and having to work so quietly because they can't play the music out loud because it's not released yet.
Yeah.
So they have to learn the dance without hearing the music.
Crazy.
Which is really insane. And like these dancers are so, I think for me it was like really a focus on how talented these dancers and choreographers are because they are such a humongous part of the show. Yeah. And to have to learn all of that and crush it on stage and be so confident that you're going to get up there and nail it while not even really being able to hear the music while you're learning it is really, really cool. But yeah, just like the order of it was confusing me. And I think that I would be like, wait, what show are we at kind of thing? But still, it's still interesting. And you know, it showed her giving, you know, the dancers and the workers a big bonus.
Yeah, everybody that worked on the tour.
Very well deserved. I feel like as they should.
Yeah, and we knew that happened, right? We knew like it was she gave the Eras tour everybody, it was like $197 million in bonuses. Right. And then we know that like it was like, oh, she's giving the truck drivers $100,000. And I know a lot of people were speculating. I saw a ton of people on TikTok trying to be like, try to like read Cam. They were like, what number is he saying? It feels like everybody is kind of landed around like somewhere in the high hundreds of thousands. Yeah. For each dancer, which is probably what it was if you think about like, you know, if we know she was giving the drivers $100,000, I'm sure the dancers got a nice chunk. And the way everybody just kind of broke down and seeing that process of her doing that and writing the notes and the wax seal, it's all very Taylor Swift, obviously. It's very like something that she cares about and works on. And that's just what an amazing, it's such an amazing feeling to receive something like that, I'm sure, obviously, while they're working so fucking hard and have dedicated so much of their life years to this tour. But then also knowing that, you know, you're Taylor and you've created something that's so huge and has made so much money, and then you get to give these out to these people and like see their, like, that's such a rewarding part of it all too, to be like, you guys deserve such a big chunk of the success that the tour had. So that was really cool too. And like you said, I love seeing her talk to Travis in the car. I'm like, ugh, they're so cute.
So cute. Anytime we can get a little glimpse of all that.
Yeah.
There is nothing she loves more than comparing their two jobs.
I know.
Like but the thing is, it's probably because she's never had somebody to compare it like that to.
No, she's always, yeah. You know, like it's always been other guys like in the industry.
Right, like an actor, musician.
Like this is somebody that's, you know, on the football field.
Has a totally different career, but you can relate it in the same way. Yeah. So all of that is very cute, and we'll take any behind the scenes glimpse of that. But I'm excited for more episodes. Like, you know, I'm definitely very interested.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe I'm greedy and I just want more. Or
right. Is there going to be like a whole episode about the show that Travis came out at? That would be cool.
I feel think like so.
Yeah.
Or I don't know about a whole episode, but I think they'll definitely be a part of it.
I'll give it a B+. Enjoyed my time. Looking forward to more episodes of this.
Yeah.
There's how many in total?
I think 6.
6? That's awesome. So 2 every week?
I don't know if it's... Oh, yeah. Is it 2 every week? Because it's supposed to end at Christmas, right?
So, yeah, I think the day after Christmas?
Yeah. Docuseries release dates. Followed by 2 new episodes each Friday through December 26th.
Right. Yeah, okay, so 6 episodes in total.
5 and 6 will come out on December 26th.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the rest of the episodes. I think I just want to know more. I'm like, just put it all out at once.
It's so fun to relive that time, and it really is. It will go down in history. I know everybody's already talked about it so much, and because it really did. But I miss that time of the tour and seeing the shows and watching to see like what song she was going to sing and who was showing up and all these things. By the way, the Ed Sheeran stuff also loved.
That was really cool.
I just, I was watching with Joe, and not that I know, but we're watching that part, and Joe goes, it's just, I hope Ed Sheeran is just as cool as he seems he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? From what I've heard, he is. I can't confirm myself, but from what I've heard, he is.
Yeah.
And that just like, he was like, good. That makes me happy. I was like, honestly, same. And the way that I felt like she needed him there to kind of lift her spirits at that time, like it was just like the perfect timing for it. Just like seeing them go back and forth on the guitar, so cool.
So cool. And then like Taylor learning the correct
just like the chords, and it's like, it took 5 seconds for them
she's
to
like,
like,
okay, got it.
be perfectly in sync, and just seeing two musicians just kind of have those moments in that rehearsal time together, and they're so cute. I love that friendship, and that was a nice part to see.
Yeah, that was
sure.
cool. Now, my 2 shows on HBO are fighting. So I have been watching I Love LA every week, even though I forgot to mention it up until last week.
Right.
And now Heated Rivalry is a new show on HBO.
Uh-huh.
And I have started that as well. So the guy from I Love LA, Jordan Firstman, who plays Charlie in I Love LA, had some choice things to say about Heated Rivalry. So Heated Rivalry...
I didn't even see this.
So...
I'm watching Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So Jordan is gay, and he made comments about Heated Rivalry saying basically like, this isn't how gay people have sex. And people were not happy with that, because why is that your right to assume how every gay person has sex?
Right.
And Heated Rivalry is a show based on, 2 hockey players that are seemingly straight who are having sex behind closed doors without people knowing.
Yeah.
So their experience having sex is probably going to be a little bit different than other people having sex. Everybody's experience having sex is different. Like, you don't know what people are doing behind closed doors.
Yep.
So people were frustrated with this take from Jordan because for him to just blatantly be like, this isn't how gay people have sex.
You're putting a blanket statement
you're just putting
over that
a blanket thing on where like, you don't know how every gay person is having sex.
For sure.
So that did not make people happy. And honestly, it didn't make me happy, because I've been watching I Love LA and I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And I started Heated Rivalry and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, my HBO shows are fighting. The gays are fighting.
Right.
And, we got to sit back and watch. Now I'm entertained.
Yeah.
By it all. And I have to say, I'd probably lean Heated Rivalry is the better
show.
I have not.
I can't. I wish I could enter the debate. I really haven't had a desire to watch I Love LA.
I watch every week.
Yeah.
And I said this last time I talked about it. I don't know if I like it or don't like it. I think I like all of...
I love her. I think she's great.
I think this is it. I like all the people in it.
Right.
And so therefore I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Like Josh Hutcherson, I think is great in it. And I've been loving his interviews.
Yeah.
Rachel Sennett, I think is so entertaining. Like truly,
I
see her interviews
so
and
funny.
I can't click away. I think she's hilarious. Odessa is so stunning and talented. She's in Marty Supreme as well. Like it's a very entertaining cast. The episodes are very anxiety inducing. Maybe that's Leighton Meester, hilarious in it. I think Leighton Meester is my favorite character in the show. She's just so absurd. She plays, like the CEO of agency where it's managers who are, with influencers.
Gotcha.
So that's entertaining. Do I think it's a fantastic show? No, I don't. But I'm watching every week.
That happens.
Some of it's funny. Some of it I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. But I'm watching. Heated Rivalry, I watched the first 2 episodes late last night. I am so into this show because I think it is such a good premise. and something I don't think we've seen before. You
Yeah.
know, like two seemingly straight guys that are
Stars.
star hockey players,
Stars. The best.
that are just, behind the scenes entering this relationship, and how they're trying to keep it from people finding out and navigating that. I am very into it. I think that these actors are fantastic. And I think Jordan Firstman from I Love LA regrets having said something about this show.
Right.
Because this show is number 1 on HBO Max right now.
Yeah, it is taking over.
It's taking over. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's loving it. He kind of insinuated that, about the actors and how they're straight, and, people like it because it's straight people, being gay.
Do we know that?
The thing is, I don't think we do.
Yeah.
And I think
I felt like that was also like, is he I don't know. That feels wrong too.
Right. So I think people were kind of frustrated with that stance as well, because they were like, well, you're kind of now wanting to like forcibly out these actors who are not talking about their sexual orientation.
Right.
So, I think that he posted on his story, like, pretty regretful that he had even said anything.
Yeah.
And
this is what I saw. I remember seeing this last week, that the creator of the show was really trying to emphasize privacy with the actors' real lives. Because being like, oh, their sexuality is publicly disclosed, and the Rivalry showrunner Jacob Tierney emphasizes privacy, noting that fan speculation sexualizing his, real life male friendships highlights cultural issues about male affection, while stressing the importance of focusing on the show's artistic representation rather than real life identities. So it's just like, yeah, that's another thing where it's like that he's saying that, but it's like these actors are not out here talking about it.
No.
Which feels inappropriate and wrong on this guy's part too.
Right. So yeah, I think that he was in the wrong here.
Yeah.
And I think he probably regrets saying anything, because, they're two shows. Meanwhile, Heated Rivalry, the people from that show have complimented I Love LA. So, you don't want to end up in a space where you're talking shit about it, and then all of a sudden the people from Heated Rivalry give compliments to I Love LA, and then you feel like a huge asshole. And you're like,
yeah. I mean, well, I just love seeing like television being made out of books like this, because I have not read these books.
Neither have I.
But I have seen these books. Mm-hmm. And I know that this is a genre that exists, and it's like this like hockey world, and it is very interesting. I will say that it's definitely one of those shows that immediately sucks you in, and then also you're like, whoa, because it's sexual for sure.
There is a lot of sex.
Yes,
like a lot.
It's a steamy show.
It takes up probably majority.
Yeah. It's a steamy show for sure.
The first 2 episodes I watched.
Yeah,
it took up a lot of it, but I'm so intrigued, and I haven't read the books, but I'm ready to get home and watch the rest of the episodes.
There's so
4
impressed
out right now.
Yeah, I was so impressed because Connor's story is like not Russian, he's and hearing him, because like the TikToks about them started coming up, and like hearing him in an interview versus like his deep Russian accent and speaking Russian, I was like, whoa, the talent. I was so impressed, because like truly I would have been like, this guy's Russian. Like he got me good. Got me real good.
So,
have you heard him talk in real life?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is so Russian.
Yeah.
In the show. Like,
I know. So Russian in the show.
So good.
Yeah, really.
You know who really loves the show? Kelly Cakes.
Gina loves it too.
Kelly and I were talking about it last night, and I was like, I am locked in.
I have to watch episode 4. I watched 1 through 3. Now I will say 3 kind of throws you off, because 3 is about totally other guys, different hockey players, and you're like, wait a second, bring my guys back on,
right?
Like what's happening? Right. I miss my guys. But then this was another also fascinating relationship and storyline, and I was very intrigued. Now I'm like, I kind of thought it was like one relationship I was going to be invested in. Now I'm invested in multiple, and this character Kip that is in episode 3 I'm like, oh my God, I just like love him so much.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a cutie pie. And I'm excited to watch episode 4 now. We're going to be caught up. It did get renewed for a second season already. That did happen. And how many episodes is it total? Do we know?
I don't know how many in total. I know that there's 4 out right now. I am actually excited to hear that the 3rd episode has new people enter, because I was watching kind of going, wow, it's really just about these two.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole time you're like, it's really just these 2 guys the entire time. So to hear that more happens, I'm excited to hear that.
Episode 3 is really just about, is one of the other, we're still in the hockey world. That's just another hockey player. Oh no, it's only 6 episodes.
Damn. That's a quick series.
Frick.
It's funny because you and Kelly, and I think in one of our group chats, were talking about this show, and then I was on HBO and was just scrolling and saw like it said Heated Rivalry, but when I saw it, I was like, that looks like it's like an NHL documentary or something. So I'm like, it must just be the same name. I didn't know it was about hockey. Like
I said that in the thing.
I wasn't really paying attention, but then I'm like, I thought they were talking that there was a lot of like, gay sex, and then I see like Heated Rivalry, and it looked like one of those hockey behind the scenes type things. Yeah. Just from the picture. And I'm like,
I mean, they are hockey players.
Well, I made that joke in the group chat. I was like imagining people, you know, going to HBO, seeing the first thing on HBO and seeing Heated Rivalry, it's probably about a bunch of hockey players who, you know, had rivalries in the past, and they click it and they're like, oh, wow. You know, steamy show. Steamy. It is steamy, though. It is a good show. I am excited to watch now that I know that there's more people, because I was like, oh, so
some of the best butts I have ever seen in my life. I had to say.
I guess I didn't really take notice of that.
But I don't know how you players. I don't know how you couldn't. Sorry, not to completely objectify Connor's story, but I watched an interview of them talking about his butts, because it is spectacular.
They were giving high praise to it.
Yeah.
Hockey player.
You'll notice.
Notice. Now I'll notice going forward. Notice. I guess I didn't take notice, but now I will notice.
I was like, what? I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like the
shape,
the shape,
the whole thing.
Incredible, incredible. I was very impressed. Good for him. You know.
Yeah, I will give that show a B+, and I will give I Love LA a C.
Take that. What's his name? Jacob.
No. Why am I now blanking on?
You just said his name.
Jordan.
Jacob's the creator of Heated Rivalry.
I Love LA just got renewed for a second season, so I'm hoping they're getting their footing, and maybe second season will be better than the first. Those were all the newer things that I watched. Besides that, I didn't write down anything else. I watched a couple Christmas movies and just rewatched, though. You know, Deck the Halls, Four Christmases, Christmas with the Cranks. Those are all solid Christmas movies to me. And that was it.
I also watched these things that we're talking about. These items down the list. The first 2 episodes of the Eras Tour doc, I'll give an A. I was locked in. I loved it.
It's like you had to be there type of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
yeah. You know, well, you just had to be there. Heated Rivalry, I've watched episodes 1 to 3, so that's where I'm at. I'll give it a B+. I'm definitely locked in. But at the same time, you know, there are some critiques.
I'm wanting a little bit more story.
Yeah. Like a little more dialogue.
Right. Yes. It is a lot.
And sometimes
of
I feel like Shane, and I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. But I feel like a lot of times Shane is like just repeating the same things over and over. And I'm like, I need some more from him.
Yeah.
You know? I finished the Diddy documentary. I know we've been talking about that a lot, but, you know, finished that last episode, which we were talking about last week. I guess, I mean, I kind of already graded it, because it's like when I graded 1 through 3, it's like all kind of the same, but it's a documentary for sure. All the Bravo shows I'm caught up on. So Salt Lake City, They are in Greece. I'll give this episode I'll give it a B. It was good. A lot surrounding Lisa once again with like not getting ready on time and having glam. I personally don't care about Lisa Barlow having glam on their trips. Like, she wants glam. They're on TV. That's not. I understand, like, maybe it's annoying timing wise because it's like, oh, we're all supposed to be ready at a certain time. We're all waiting for Lisa. Like, that's annoying. But her need for the glam, I'm like, well, that's, clearly she has that thought in her mind that she needs the glam for TV or whatever reason or all these things. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm kind of over them. Not over it, but it's just like, it is frustrating when we don't have the footage from the plane. And then they keep talking and bringing things back to the plane. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we don't know what the fuck happened on the plane because there's no fucking footage of what happened on the plane. So it's like, we're calling back to a thing that we haven't seen as a viewer, which can be kind of tough. Beverly Hills, new season. First 2 episodes are out. I'll give it a C plus, like room to grow. Mm-hmm. I love Beverly Hills. It's one of those that's always great. I appreciate seems like Kyle maybe opening up a little bit more. I feel like we're gonna get a great season of Erica, and I'm intrigued to see what goes down with Dorit. Rachel Zoe's a great addition. It's sad to see Garcelle gone, like, and it's also sorry to Sutton being like, I don't know what happened. It's so clear you know what happened. Yeah. Like, Garcelle, you didn't have her back. And she was very upset. And Sutton's like, I've tried reaching out to her and she hasn't answered me and all these things. So it's like, well, to act like you don't know why she stopped talking to you is a little crazy to me. Yeah. So that's a C plus.
I did watch Beverly Hills as well. Also, I would say a C plus. Yeah. I'm waiting for it to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it's the intro, right. It's the beginning of the
I feel like Beverly Hills lately always starts off a little bit slow.
Yeah.
And then once you get to the end, you're like, wait, what the fuck? Now the season's over and it just got good.
Yeah.
So I'll also give that a C plus.
Yeah, I agree. I am watching the Vanderpump new season, episodes 1 and 2. I don't know if I talked about episode 1. Episode 2, I kind of have been putting it on and not really paying much attention, to be completely honest. So that's good. I'll give it a C minus. Once again, it's another one that I'm like, I'm hoping that it will. I gotta get to know these people. They're strangers. They're strangers to me right now. I gotta keep watching so I'm invested in their lives, because right now I'm like, why should I care about this relationship crumbling before these people fighting? So we'll get there. And Southern Charm episodes, I'm all caught up, so I think it's 4 or 5. I think 4. Southern Charm is great. I think this is going to be a good season. They're all arguing. The girls are way more in the mix, and Austin and Craig fighting in their costumes was objectively hilarious. Like, I think that it's like so ridiculous. I don't know. Craig coming out of the top being like, keep talking and I got a secret about you. I don't know. It was very ominous. I was like, ooh, Craig. That was an interesting move by Craig. It was like, Austin, like, basically a threat of like, I know Shep told me something and like, don't, Shep will tell everyone kind of thing. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Not sure what was going on. Not sure what was going on there. But Southern Charm is a B plus. I think the episodes are really good. I have been enjoying it greatly, and I'm intrigued to see what goes on also with all these girls and like Sally, Charlie, who they like, who they don't like, what's gonna happen. And same thing. Also I watched 4 Christmases. That was my Christmas movie of the weekend that we watched. It's a great movie, always. Yeah. And that's everything I watch. I'm still watching Love Island Australia. It's like a C. I just like put it on, but I don't even know what episode I'm on. I'm not done with the season yet. I'm just waiting to be done with the season, but I have still been watching.
I watched Southern Charm as well. I'll give it a B. I feel like some of it is just a little bit repetitive.
Yeah.
With the guys fighting, but I do think the girls getting into it a little bit more.
I think the girls makes it way better because it's not just the guys fighting.
And I did watch Jay Kelly. and I forgot to write it down because I was kind of in and out of it. Like I was a little bored by it.
Yeah.
And then the ending, when it was just like showing all George Clooney, like I was like, did it?
They were showing like George Clooney real movies.
Yes,
but it was supposed to be like Jay Kelly. Like
it was supposed to be Jay Kelly.
Yeah, right.
And I understood that, but it was also throwing me off. I was like,
I thought that was kind of cool
to do a little look back on George Clooney's life.
I was like, is this George Clooney? Like,
yes.
It like
I kind of was like, is this George Clooney now refilming these things, or because there's a lot of George Clooney movies I have not seen from when
but I was
younger.
just like picturing George Clooney filming that, and like he's kind of becoming that character because he's just rewatching his whole actual career, like, being played out in front of him.
Yeah, we were like, this isn't about George Clooney, but it feels like in this moment it's about George Clooney.
Yeah, then I'm kind of like, he's happily married,
right?
But like, it did feel like the lines got blurred of like, this seems it's about George Clooney, but it's a fictional character.
Probably because of that part where they start showing all George Clooney's watching himself, and they're just showing all old George Clooney movies.
Yeah.
I will give that C+.
Yeah.
Like you said, it wasn't the worst movie out there, but it was just a little bit. With those actors, I think you probably
there's so many good actors. But...
Yeah. That's it. Sorry.
Okay, I watched this movie called The Roses that came out this year. It's Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good actors in it. Kind of just like a fun, crazy movie. I actually very much enjoyed it. Like it's kind of all over the place and insane at points, but it's really good. The Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon are in it. Allison Janney, like there's a bunch of good. It's crazy. But I would recommend it. Like I thought it was very good. Kate McKinnon, like every movie she's in, I feel like she's just playing Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
Like, it's like in this movie, she's funny, but it's like I feel like I'm watching her on SNL. Mm-hmm. But it was very good. I'll give that a B+. Pluribus, watched the most recent episode. That's just like a solid A- for me right now.
Ooh. I feel like it went up.
It might have gone up, it might have fluctuated a tiny bit, but right now it's hard to explain if you're not watching it because it's just like kind of insane. But something's happening right now that's at least like I'm excited to see what happens next episode, where like one of the other people who are unaffected by this virus, it's like traveling across the entire country, like to try to meet up with the main character so they can try to save the world. So yeah, it's an A-. I watched this movie called Anniversary, also came out this year. Phoebe Dynevor, Dylan O'Brien, Zoe Deutsch is in it, Kyle Chandler, bunch of good actors. Where
do these movies go? Like it's like he does these movies. Like where were these movies? That sounds like I like that cast.
Yeah. What's her name? Diane Lane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a trailer for this a while ago and then meant to watch it and finally did. And when I saw the trailer, I thought like, oh, this is going to be like, this looks exactly like the show The Girlfriend. Like this girlfriend comes in, Phoebe Dynevor, and like the mom doesn't fuck with her and it's going to be a whole thing. I just thought it was going to be like surface level, like mom hates daughter-in-law type thing. It took a wild turn, like very...
Like horror?
Not horror, but like very political and kind of scary in a way. Like it not like no one's getting killed or anything, but I don't know how to explain it. But it kind of is not too far off of something that maybe it's not going to happen, but like could happen in the world. That's kind of scary. I'm not probably doing a great. It's an American dystopian political thriller is what I'm seeing right here, which I think that describes it.
So there you go.
But it's kind of wild. I think my mom watched it after because I like rented it on Prime and told her like, you have a day if you want to watch this. And she was also like, that was crazy. But I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it a B-. And then I watched the new Knives Out. which
I gotta watch it. Is that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, which I also like didn't really. I feel like it just. I saw it on Netflix. I'm like,
you are right, because I feel like there was so much talk about this months ago, and they like started doing press for it really, really early, and in the last like few weeks, it's been crickets.
I actually had no idea. What's his name? Josh O'Connor.
Yeah.
I've seen him doing press like everywhere. I feel like, but I never actually like thought, what is he doing press for?
I'm just like what? Yeah.
So when I saw, I was like, oh, he's in the Knives Out movie. Definitely like my least favorite out of the three so far.
Darn.
Not terrible by any means, but do they all have different directors? Because this one felt like the way that it was directed felt like very different.
I think so. I think it's all.
Is it all the same?
Isn't it all Ryan? Who directs these? Ryan Johnson?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's all Ryan Johnson, no?
Yeah, it is. He directed all of them. This one, I don't know. This one had a little like Wes Anderson.
Hey, Ryan just wanted to change it up a little.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, this was like my least favorite for sure. But maybe it was just the subject matter. Like, I don't know. It was very like, it's like the whole, it's centered around a church. And not that I have anything against that, but just, yeah, I don't know. It was good though. Like, it's still Knives Out. Like, I see people like shitting on it, saying like, "Oh, this is terrible." Like, I don't see that. I think it's still really good. I just wasn't as like captivated by the story.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a B-, but still worth watching. So, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, and that's everything we watched this week.